Hello again. I'd love to introduce you to a doll that I haven't actually shown before. And this doll I'm going to call George because that's the name I'm being given. And when I say given, it's what I'm feeling. Things come to me and that's what I'm being told, so I'm going to go with that. So I'm feeling the name George, and I'm also being told to put violin music on, which is why I've put violin music on. So these are the two main things that have come through so far, and we're going to see what else comes through. We're going to see what happens. So initially I actually wanted to record this doll on this chair in my bedroom. That was what my original idea was, but then I was going to grab him and maybe take him into my doll room and go sit in there. It's one of my favorite places to be, so I was going to go sit in there and maybe film him in there. But as I was leaving my bedroom, I heard a clear tap on this chair, so I figured, okay, I'm being told to stay here and do what I initially wanted to do. So here we are, and he's a beautiful old doll. He's very old, and unfortunately the condition's not the best, but what do you expect with a very well loved doll that's probably had quite a few owners over the years, and he's been well played with. But I think it gives them character, and I don't think they make dolls like they used to. He's gorgeous nevertheless, and he's got his original little outfit here, and I like to keep things original, so I'm not gonna sort of sew onto it or anything like that. I'm just gonna leave it. So here we are, and my favorite thing personally is to go with what I feel, but I've got a K2 meter as well, which is, it's good for clarification. So this is an EMF reader, electromagnetic fields, picks up on the energy. And the music I'm playing is, it's a beautiful piece, and it was written in 1912, and it was written and played by this beautiful girl here. She is absolutely beautiful. I love her so much. And that's an original piece as well, but I'm not going to focus on that for now because that's a story for another time. I'm focusing on George. But because I was feeling violin, because I absolutely love her, I wanted to go with a piece by her, especially because it was from 1912. So we're going to go back in time. And I also got my old violin, which I used to play when I was 16. And this in itself is an antique. You can see the wood. It's just so old. I mean, it was very old when I bought it back then. I actually bought this from, there used to be an old violin shop in Adelaide Arcade, and I'm sure everyone knows about the Adelaide Arcade that featured on Haunting Australia. It's a beautiful old historic arcade. There used to be a violin shop upstairs right up the end, and that's where this beautiful instrument came from, and that was back in the early 90s, early to mid 90s. And this was, gee, it was over 250 years old back then, I believe, from memory. So I feel like he likes violins, so here we go. I've given him a violin. So I'd also love to say hello to Chris and Sarah and Ruby. So thank you for commenting on the last doll video. I always love to meet other people who love dolls and anything that's different, really, and it's really beautiful to see what you feel as well. So I'd love for you to be included in this. So, what do you think of this doll? I think he's got a lot of charm. We'll see. We'll see if he wants to communicate. Hello, George. Is your name George? Is that your name? Would you like to talk to us? So this doll has been stirring up a lot in this house recently. There's been so much happening. To the point where I actually slept in my lounge room on New Year's Eve because my son wanted to have a little sleep out in the lounge room. So sure enough, we did. And at the early hours of the morning, I woke up to the clear sound of a woman's voice sounding like she was hysterically crying, and this actually woke me up. That's how loud it was. It actually woke me up, and I had my phone next to me, and I looked at the time, and it was 4:08 a.m. My house has had a bit of a tragic history to it. The two people that once lived here. So I do know that a lady did pass in my lounge room, and she would have been extremely heartbroken as well. So it could be her, or it may have been the spirit attached to this doll. So what do you think? I'm going more towards the lady. Her name was Elaine. But there has been a lot happening in the house with this doll recently. Would you like to talk to us? Thank you. Is your name George? Georgie? Perhaps it's Georgie. Does it start with a G? Perhaps you can try and speak to us, if possible. I would love to talk to you. Yeah, lots of things have been happening. There's been lots of knocks on walls, and mostly knocks in twos. Not ones or threes or fours, but these ones are in twos, and it's happening in the kitchen, in the hallway, my bedroom. They're the main ones. And they're very loud knocks too. So if you're at the end of the house and I've got a very long hallway, you can hear them quite clearly coming from another room, and there's no one in that room at all. So there's been lots of loud knocks. You're still here. Because of course they come and go just like we do. They're not always going to be there. And there was the knock on this chair as well earlier on, about an hour and a half ago. Do you like the music? I can leave it on all night if you like. Would you like that? This is an Australian violinist born in the 1880s. Perhaps you know of her. You like it? Do you like the violin? You do? Maybe I'll put it next to you. What about that? I'm just going to pause it. I'm going to put the violin next to him. Okay, I've just taken the flash off as well so we can see the light better on the Koto meter. Do you like the violin? You can have it if you like. Do you play the violin? Is that why you love it so much? Is that correct? Can't really say I'm feeling too much else other than that. So it's going to be an interesting journey finding out a bit more about this one, but it's certainly going to be an intriguing one. Well, I don't know what all the knocks are all about because it's been going on a lot lately, and I do believe that it's very much surrounding this particular doll. Is it you who's knocking on the walls and the cupboards? It is? Okay. It's getting stronger now. Anyway, I just wanted to share him with you because he's a very special one to me at the moment, and I haven't had a huge chance to be able to sort of investigate him, so to speak. I just go with what I feel and what's happening at the time. Well, thank you for letting me film you tonight, and it's been a huge honor. I'd love to share this with some other people. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll be sharing this with other people, so perhaps in the near future we may be able to work together a little bit more. What do you think? Would you be happy with that? Brilliant. So if you'd like to see any more on George, let me know, and I'm more than happy to do that. Or maybe if you'd like to meet him, let me know. Alright, well I might finish up there. I'll just keep it short and sweet, but thank you for letting me film you, George. So have a lovely night, and I will see you soon.